Tiger uppercut. Uppercut.
We gonna rock with Wrathful Advance to replace its number 2 ability. Melee damage. Now if you want to become a floating rock, which is completely optional, Boreal's Anguish is going to give us negative 75% gravity and 60% aim glide duration. This is the first part of how we're going to be aim gliding for so long. I'll cover the second part when we get to our companion. I will also show you how to aim glide while using Rumble since you can't jump. Now if you don't care too much for being a moon, you can swap this for some range. Strength, energy, more strength, duration, some range, and we're going to be restoring some energy when we use electricity damage with our abilities. More on this when we get to our exalted weapon. Rumble is going to turn our rock band into a one-man band. Basically, it turns Atlas into a rumbler that has overguard with limited movement and it lets you throw rocks. Yes, sir. Rubble Heap is going to let us use Landslide Fist for free with 2 times damage and 2 times travel speed when our rubble is above 1400. Powerful status, this will leave a trail to petrify enemies, really useful if you typically hold down one area in survival missions. If you're all over the place, then you can swap this out for any other mod to make the build more fun for you. Arcane Blessing for some health, very useful for survivability since your overguard from rumblers will get broke quite often in high level steel path missions. Pairs perfectly with the armor we're going to be getting from picking up rubble. And Arcane Fury for some more melee damage on critical hits. More melee damage, crit chance, crit damage. For 40% crit chance with our combo multiplier, this stacks up to 440%. Drift and Contact to add 10 seconds to our combo duration with more status chance. Swap this with another mod if you don't care too much about the combo duration since it's easy to increase. Electricity and more status chance. Since Landslide Fists are used throughout 2 of Atlas' abilities, his number 1 and his number 4, we're going to be proccing electricity damage the whole time. This will keep the energy restoration from Archon Stretch going and activate melee influence, which will spread any melee statuses to enemies within 20 meters. For 80% melee damage per status affecting the target. And your faction mod goes here. I focused on shields with the Moa part so we can go for armor or health with the mods. Status field creates a 10-meter field that slows projectiles and deals less damage. Link fiber for some armor, or you can use Prime Pack Leader to keep your Moa alive while you get melee kills. Manifold Bond is going to help us keep status field active. Some enemy and loot radar. Tractor Beam is the second part of our aim gliding, giving us 100% aim glide duration and negative 50% gravity. Oh yeah, we about to be floating now. Guardian for extra layer of defense, cause once again, our overguard from Rumble will be broken quite often in high level steel path missions if you aren't careful. Contagious Bomb which spreads static effects to other enemies when our companion kills them. Momentous Bomb will give our companion a random 120% damage status effect for 30 seconds every time you kill an Eximus. This will add a lot of statuses to our companion weapon, which will greatly justify adding conditional overload to our Landslide Fist. Duplex Bomb will clone our Moa 3 times when we use 300 energy. The clones can't use abilities, they can only use the weapons your companion has equipped, which is great because we mainly need them to prime enemies. They drop the bag, we pick it up and secure it. Now on to our primer. Electricity and status chance. Toxic and more status chance. Magnetic and magazine capacity. Fire rate and punch through. Multi-shot. Cold damage. radiation and reload speed. You can also add to the cold damage, or you can use a ribbon if you have one. And Shivering Contagion has a 100% chance to spread cold status effect to other enemies. Now in the case your overguard break and it ends your number 4 and you don't have enough energy to cast another ability, you will need a backup weapon to kill enemies, or you will just be sitting there like a rock. We're going to use Diffusion versus Galvanized Diffusion because as soon as we lose all abilities and have no energy, we're going to need this to hit right out the box to keep us alive. I'll put a ribbon here if you have one. Atlas is immune to knockdown while he is on the ground. This is going to help out a lot because the Akarius Prime has a large radius. Basically free Prime sure-footed. Now for the shards, we're going to go with 4 purple shards for 148% melee critical damage. And 1 yellow shard for 75% effectiveness on energy orbs. To aim glide while using Rumbled, aim for the ceiling with Raffled Advance. After you teleport, start aim glide and then activate your number 4. Keep holding your aim glide, then start throwing rocks using Rumbled. You can also have your number 4 active before you use Raffle Advance to teleport, whichever you choose. Appreciate y'all for watching. I'm heading back to the lab to see what else I can cook up for y'all. Peace.